JJ Innovation Garage in the peach capital of the state, baby. All right, boys and girls. Give you a little update. Seems like the lives do a whole lot better than the other videos because I can just get loaded up pretty quick. Let's talk about something that ain't even got nothing to do with cars. Just got something to do with something cool. Did y'all see that Elon Musk launched a rocket and safely landed that rocket? How cool is that? If you're a Star Wars fan, that's cool. So, I thought that was interesting. I got a buddy that jumped on that Starlink last week. He was in the mountains, North Carolina mountains, helping, cleaning up, cutting trees, doing stuff like that. He said he got on that Starlink. He said, man, he thought the bearings was going to blow out of his daggone phone. He said, man, my phone ain't never been that fast. He said, man, you might want to talk about get some of that Starlink down there in the peach capital. And I said, well, if the cell phone internet provider that I have now, if they keep going up and they get to the price where Elon's at, I might just have to jump ship. I'll show you. Right. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see, I got a tower. I put a tower up myself. It's a 100-foot tower. All right, so let's get right to it, the brass tacks. All right, so I've pulled the 86 out, and I got a few things I need to button up on it, but it's drivable, in and out. He's got to get some shocks. So I'm not putting the brackets on. I'm gonna show you the brackets. Let me turn this around. Here's the brackets for the rear shocks. I didn't put them on, and the reason why I didn't put them on is because we don't have the shocks. Need some shocks that are 9 3/4 collapsed. That's what I need. So I have to go to the parts store, get the measuring, find some. Then I will put these in there. All right. Next thing is, if you're doing air ride or any type of air fittings or anything whatsoever, you can use thread tape. Thread tape's cool, but this right here is what you need to use. Loctite 565 sealant. This right here is 0.2 fluid ounces. I have used this because it just takes just a tab, just a little bit. I have used every bit of it on that truck and still have some left over. So let's get to what y'all came here for, square body. All right, so I've pulled it out, cleaned up the shock, cleaned up the mess, got it out because tomorrow, business, got to get back to business. The 70 C10, I'm gonna try to button it up in the next day or two and get a hold of him and tell him if he's in town to come get it, and then we'll revisit it on a later date. But let's get back to the, all right, so here is, Jay, you using that fancy stick that guy gave you? No, because the battery's charging. All right, so you're like, it's not all the way on the ground. Nope, it's not on the ground. Why ain't it all the way on the ground? Well, the reason why it's not on the ground is because it's sitting on the gas tank, and it's sitting on the transmission cross member, and it's sitting on the backside of the backside of the fenders. But that's okay. All that's going to get squared away this week, or potentially get squared away this week. All right, right here, you see where the tires are touching? That's all right. Mike from Slosh Tubs, he's going to be here. I know he's going to be here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then once I get the slosh tubs, then there's a template where I can cut out. I didn't want to cut out too much and then, just wait. Be patient. So we'll put the template there. We'll cut all this out that needs to be cut out, put the filler piece that goes in, and then put the fiberglass slosh tubs. That's why I pulled out the air conditioner box and put the oversized slosh tubs that he makes out of fiberglass, what looks really, really nice. And then I have to change this to a earlier style square body where the battery is turned sideways and bolts to the core support and not bolt here. It has to turn, okay? Same thing on this side here. Have to trim that out. Going to lose the cargo, the evap ball. Going to move it, relocate it, move some of the stuff. But once you do that, then it will come on down. Plus, it's sitting on the exhaust, and I'll show you this. Let me get down here on the floor. All right, you see right there, it's sitting on the exhaust. So that's holding it up. What's up, Red Eye? Yeah, appreciate you, buddy. See, it's sitting on the exhaust, so that's holding it up. So once that gets redone, she'll go on down. You see where it's sitting on the exhaust. So once that happens, and then the transmission cross member, and it still has the factory gas tank. Once it, see it's sitting on the, oh, there is the factory gas tank. It's sitting on that too. So once all that happens, that pinch weld should be daggone close to the ground. So here's the transmission cross member. There's a new transmission cross member. There's a transmission cross member. Man, I couldn't build this. I mean, that right there was like 50 bucks on Amazon with the brackets and the hardware. And it goes in like that so the exhaust can go through there. Man, you couldn't build that for $50. Once that happens, hold on, let me see. She's coming. I appreciate it, Red Eye. Got all this done. Got all this sheeted. Got it painted on both sides of the 3/4. Now this is water resistant 3/4 epoxy, or excuse me, 3/4 resistance plywood, birch. I sealed it on both sides, then fastened it down. Now, all this section is for, do you have a bead roller? Yes, I have a bead. I have access to a bead roller, yes. So there's sheet metal under this, and then this is down, and then this whole section right here is for Carolina Audio. They're going to build their speaker box here, which will be a 4th order box with 415s. It'll be ported through the cab. The center section right here is from here to there is 43, and from here to here is 46 3/4. The center section, I can't tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be a secret. So the center section is going to be off the chain, and then I'm going to do the center section first. So whatever it ends up being, they're going to match this box to this. The back section, all this is just sitting here. I'm going to turn the compressors back up right now because I'm raising everything up. But here is the air compressors and all this stuff at the back. And then once all that's done, they're going to build a box here. It'll be Lexan, lights, bells, whistles, you know, and it'll be a picture window here. Same thing with the speakers. There'll be a picture window here. Picture window here. Where you can see the amps and the speakers and all that good mess. And then here's where the gas cap's at, right here. But like I said, once this part gets made up, then the gas cap's gonna be here, and it'll actually be hidden where you can't see it. It's 7 inches. It's 7 inches from here to there. So I don't want to cover up the tubs because I made the tubs. They're out of 16 gauge. Don't want to cover them, but this part here that's built is going to be nice and tapered edge, so it sits flush right here. And then this center section is probably going to be at least 3.5 to 4 inches tall. Okay, so it's going to come over, and you're only going to see just the top part of that. And then this box here will match that box. You need, and then the tailgate will drop down, and then there'll be a picture window there. There'll be a picture window there where you can see all this. All this, like I say, this is just sitting here, okay? ABS is sending the right water traps, so I can plumb all that in. And then I got to take the brackets and paint the brackets. But, like I said, here we are. And then once everything's done, it sets, the tailgate sets, or excuse me, not the tailgate, Lord have mercy, the bumper. The bumper sets on the ground anyway, it's just not all the way aired out. Battery operated. Red eye, hold on, what's it say? Hold on a second, let me turn this thing around. Let me get out of the sunshine. You need a moderator. No, I'm good, buddy. I appreciate it. Tony, battery operated. I don't know what that means. JS alternators. They're building 2 alternators because I'm going to clean all this up. It'll have 2 alternators put on here, which will be 320 amp alternators. So little bit at a time, little bit at a time, little bit at a time, but it's coming along nicely, Probably going to have to take off his front chin spoiler because it's probably going to set on it and mash it. It was like 28 bucks from LLC, he bought it. If I have to, I'll take the Ziz wheel to it and I'll trim it. Where's the motor? Rim it truth, the motor or the engine? There's the engine. There's the engine right there. There's the engine. It's a 4.3 V6. It's got like 67,000 original miles on it. Now the motor, you want to see the motor? There's a motor. That is a 485C Valerian or Vi-Air Valerian. I got games of thrown on the brain. Vi-Air compressor. These are the new ones. They're monsters. Look at the specs on these things. Look here. The specs. They are 3.52 CFM at 200. So, then once everything's done, run. Oh yeah, here's a switch box. Here's a switch box. So once everything's done, everything's running, bags is going, all the air lines is stainless. Here's the air lines. These are the short ones, but all the air lines for all the air ride is made out of this right here, stainless steel braided line. That's what all the air line is right there. That's stainless. So once all that's done and she's running, man, we up to 103. Man, y'all rocking and rolling, man. If all 103 hit the subscribe button, that'd push me up to about 1,700 subscribers. This is an 86. Michael, this is an 86. So once all the air ride's done, the controllers are working, then we'll start doing paint and body. Got to get everything fitted the way it goes, and then I got to make some hooks. Well, that's cool, man. I love 86s. They got the best front ends. I got to make some kind of hooks to go in here so I can pick the bed up with the hoist. But once all that happens, I will get Carolina Dustless Blaster out here with his crushed glass, and we will strip everything because, see the top, it was just sitting in a garage and the paint just peeled off. It's just surface rust. So when Carolina Dustless Blaster, he can strip all this off because see the paint is coming off. And then we'll be good to go. So it's going blue and white. So it'll be like this. It'll be blue and white. It'll be blue, blue, and white with the RP stripes on the hood, the 2 little stripes on the hood. But that's what we're going for. beef jerky tacos. Yeah, everybody loves tacos. So, and the interior, he's thinking orange on the interior. Orange leather is what he's thinking. Because if you look at the color wheel, you got blue on the color wheel, right? Down here, the complementing colors to blue is orange. So he's thinking about doing an orange interior. Orange leather interior. So if that's the case, I have to go to the leather shop. There's a couple here in North Carolina that sell hides and get a couple. I think Paul Gomez from Texas said it'd take probably 3, maybe 4 hides, but we won't get to that point until this happens. The speaker box has to be done, the middle box has to be done, the air ride box has to be done, and then there'll be a 3/4 piece of Lexan over the whole top to protect everything. Once all that's done, and then once they're gonna do door pods, they're gonna do door pods, they're gonna do kick panel pods, they're gonna do a small console here at the bottom because we don't want to cut this. Might put a tray there to actually hold this. Don't want to cut the dash because that retro radio won't handle the power. And they're saying around 85 to 10,000 watts. JG said a kid and dude, you lost your ever-loving mind. I don't know who that stylish... Dude, you've lost your ever-loving mind. You crazy. You lost your mind. Anyways, there'll be a gonna get a new dash from Automail Direct. New all this from Automail Direct. Probably put some tweeter pods up here, some pods down here, and all that good stuff down there. And hold on a second. Let me see what in the world's going on. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm working on it. Hold on a second. I'm working on it. Hold on a second. I appreciate y'all. That's something good. Lord have mercy. That dude is crazy. Bud Build, he's like, that's scam. That's a spammer, dude. I don't know what in the world he's got going on. Dude. Stop. Switch from real estate to auto care. Dude, I needed a laugh. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. I can't keep up. Look. That dude is hilarious. Oh, me. Oh, me. That's funny. I appreciate you. That's funny. Okay, let's get back to business. Yeah, I got it took care of. That son gun's lost his ever loving mind. All right, so that's enough on that. So here's the 63 Impala. I know everybody loves Impala. Yeah. All right, so this 63 Impala. Got all the brakes ordered for it, new disc brake conversion, some bearings is bad in that. So the first thing got to do is it's got the knockoffs, the knockoff wheels. Yeah, it's a nice car, pop steady. So it's got air ride on it too. It'd be a whole lot nicer if it had some hydros on it, but it's got air ride on it, so it's cool. Here's the stuff in it. It's Air Max. They're dated. It's wore out. So I got to fix all this, make it more efficient, stuff like that. So the first order of business. Bud Builds, let me clarify something. Bud Builds, that dude is a scammer. He's a troll. I promise you that dude has lost his ever loving mind. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, so let's get back to business. All right, back to business. All right, so this thing has air ride on it. So the first thing this guy wants me to do, is make it safe. Fix all the brakes, make it stop. Once I get it stopped, then I'll get to the next thing. I'll fix the air ride, make sure it's reliable. It's kind of, but the inside of it's nice, you know. Man, y'all need to give it a rest. I promise you I'm not no registered sex offender. I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, that dude ain't got nothing else to do. So here's the, here's that. You got the controller. Yeah, so the interior's nice. Got to fix that. Got to fix the speedo. Got to fix the radio. But like I said, the first order for the first order of business, got to fix the brakes. Once I get the brakes fixed, then we go over to the next thing, which would probably be the exhaust. The exhaust is right there. It's hitting, but you know, that's right there. I got to fix that. There's the airbags on the back. So we got a plan on this thing, on this 63. Like I said, first thing, fix the brakes. Got to stop, got to stay safe. Once to do that, then we got to fix the steering. Once I fix the steering, you'll see right here. Let me show you what they got going on right here. See the steering. Probably going to end up pulling the engine out anyway because it's got a bad lifter tick on this side here. So probably just pull the engine out after we get, you know, stopping and going, get all that straightened out because I got to fix the steering column. I got to fix the steering column. You see where it's busted right there? Yeah, Matthew, check this out, buddy. Yeah, it's got long tube headers on it, and the exhaust comes up right here, comes over. See that right there? That's grabbing the back side of the drum, and it puts it in a bind, right? And then the car gets in a bind when you try to pick it up, and then it jumps. Look how far the tailpipe is on that side from the bumper, and look at it, how far it is on that side there. So it's just have to fix it. Also, you know, it's got the headers that come down, and you see right there where that, let me back up a little bit so you can see it. see where the headers come around, and it's actually touching the lift, but I'm picking it up right there. So when you set the car all the way down, when you set the car, yeah. So when you set the car all the way down, it sets on these headers, right? So you can see on that side, you can see on that side where it's been mashed, you know. So I'm going to just, so don't get overwhelmed. So don't get overwhelmed, just make a plan of attack, you know, get your board out, like this right here. Get your board, start writing down everything you're gonna do, start crossing it off. Just crossing off each thing. So just get one system, fix it, go to the next system. Fix that system, next system, next system. So like I said, the first thing, brakes, we gotta stop. Then once the brakes is fixed, then we work on the exhaust. But if we gotta pull the engine, then we won't pull the exhaust out. We won't do the exhaust. Just little things and things gotta go. And then they took and cut a hole in the firewall, and they run, this is the wire for the air ride. It runs up and runs through the hole right there. Well, it's got an exhaust leak on this side. So when you're sitting in the passenger side, all you smell is exhaust fumes. It's got, something kills the battery. So he put this on here. Now, let me clarify something. This guy that owns this car is not a car guy. He bought this car, and he doesn't know anything about cars. Now, let me tell you this part. He said, the only thing I know to do with cars is get the oil changed, put gas in it, and go. So, not everybody's car people, you know what I mean? So, I'm glad that he brought it here. I've been very transparent with him, telling him what needs to be happened, what needs to be done, and been very, very, very transparent with him about on everything that needs to be done, and he's okay with it, and I'm keeping him in the loop. And also that helps him out, that helps me out, so he feels comfortable on what's going on. Plus, probably upgrade the alternator, probably get with JS alternator and get a bigger alternator, because this alternator, I guarantee you, don't have enough amperage to keep up with the compressors, because the compressors alone are pulling like, they're pulling like 65, 70 amps alone, right? And so all this needs to be changed. This is bad. So once you put disc brakes on the back, this is no good, that's no good, this is no good, the lines are no good. You know, you can see it's just, like I say, it's a good car, just needs some little loving is all. So, but that's it. Yeah, that dude, man, I don't know. Yeah, that dude talking about registered. Yeah, that stylish that dude's lost his ever living mind. Look here, let me tell you my boss. That's my boss. Y'all know who that is? That's my boss. That's my boss. Yeah. Anyways, it's all good. Do you need help? I'm a mechanic myself. You need to fix that. So that's that. But I appreciate every single one of you. I'm gonna get back to it, and I'll show you this right here. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but y'all can read it. Yes, sir, Joe. Yeah, Joe. That is my buddy, RP. That is my buddy. He's my boss man. Somebody was asking me what the rate is. Right there you go. Right there. Right there. So, appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, share, follow, and y'all be safe. And y'all know what I say, right? Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while it's sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and dry. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I'm out.